right. Now let me share them on live. Everybody bring your ass in here.
Exactly.
Alright, they starting to come in here. Everybody please get those likes up. Please make sure y'all share immediately that I'm on. Please get those likes up while y'all in here. Everybody please share that I'm on. I'm about to do the same and we're gonna get right to it. Okay. It's gonna be good, baby. I fucking love this beat, man. All right, they coming in here. All right.
Okay, get them in. Get them in.
That's right. All right. Peace, everybody. Thank you. Oh, Huggy, what's good, man? I ain't see you in a minute. What's good, Huggy? How you, family? All right. Please share. I'm gonna wait till we get to a few more people and we gonna get it started.
Yep.
Everybody, I just want to say, y'all seen that interview? Let me turn this music down. Everybody, I seen that interview that I did with Tobin Colston, and everybody enjoyed it. Even he loved it, and he got great feedback from that interview, and it was a real great interview, right? And he was there from like pretty much the beginning. But the man who I have on here right now, let me cut the music all the way off. The man that I have with me right now has been there from the giddy up. So I want to introduce the people to King George, one of the initial members of No Limit at its inception as it started. So we're going to get right into it. How you doing, King?
Yo, happy day to everybody.
All right.
Ready to do this thing and get the air clear for people, individuals who don't know about the history of No Limit and the foundation on how it started with King George and Master P and No Limit.
All right. So let's get right to it. So just get people basically your background, how you met them, how everything started, and we could go right from there. Floor is yours, King.
Well, it all started off in New Orleans, Louisiana, 3rd Ward, Callio. Let's say 1982 to get you at the beginning. Breakdancing, listening to hip hop on the radio, et cetera, et cetera. So me and Master P grew up together in the Callio housing projects. That's the 3rd Ward. He lived on a street called Errata, and I lived on a street called Galvez Street. That's like a triangle from each other. But we were still good friends, you know. He was always 2 years older than me, so if I was in the 10th grade, he was in the 8th grade. But we eventually hooked up, talked about a few things, but we always was interested in entertainment, from breakdancing to the boogaloo, all that back then when it was going on. Anyway, the crack epidemic hit around 87, 88 in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. That means almost 8 out of 10 males or females in New Orleans were dealing crack back then in 87, 89. Anyway, to make a long story short, Master P was doing his thing, I was doing my thing. Our families were scared for us that we'll get killed, because that's the role. That's the role in New Orleans.
Right.
You know, it's born killers out there, you know. So I'm doing my thing, and my family told me, said, look, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of New Orleans or you're going to die. I said, I'm going to die? Everybody told me that. They said, you're going to die if you stay out here because you're doing a whole lot. At the same time, I didn't know Master P was doing almost the same thing, but he was in college and he hurt his ACL. And he got kicked out of college because he couldn't play ball. That's what he wanted to do. Master P wanted to be a pro basketball player. before it all started. Anyway, he came back to the city, New Orleans, from Houston, and all he had was to do was, get in the game. Because at that time when he got back and got with his then wife, Sonia Miller, they had little Romeo.
Right.
So now he's doing this extracurricular activities out there, and he got this little baby, little Romeo. And he's trying to make this money, but his family, he got a big family, his grandmother went to him and said, look, I don't want you doing any of this stuff out here because you're gonna die. Right. And he had his baby right there. So anyway, my family came to me and told me to get up out of there, 1987, late 1987. And they got me a plane ticket, and I ended up going to my sister in Oakland, California. She had a hair shop out there. That's how I ended up being in California, because I already had my sister out here.
Okay.
So I landed in Oakland, California with my sister, not knowing what I was going to do, because I'm used to this extracurricular activities, but I can't do it out here because I don't really know anybody.
Right.
So now I'm out here 6, 7, 8 months, and I take a ride on the BART train, that's like the subway in New York,
right,
to a place called El Cerrito, California. El Cerrito is about 2 minutes from Richmond, California. It's close knit. So I get off the train and I walk. I get off the train and I look to my right and I see a Jack in the Box. I say, oh man, let me go over here and get me something to eat. So I walk over to the Jack in the Box, and soon I get to the Jack in the Box, I open the door and hear Pete come out the door. Right. I was blown away. I say, hey, what you doing out here? We hugged each other, gave a bro hug. Say, man, I told him, man, I'm rapping, because that's all I knew I had was the rap,
Right.
At least be in the rap game, because this is what I love. I love the rap. I love this, that, everything about the hip-hop community. And Pete said, hey, I'm rapping too. I said, oh, man, we need to get together. And this my homeboy from the Third War. We didn't even know we were going to run into like this.
Right.
So we chopping it up. We swapped numbers. Back then we didn't have cell phones. We had pagers.
Beepers, that's right. All right.
Yeah, we had beepers. We traded beeper numbers. We happy to see each other because we're doing the same thing. We left the same area. So 2-3 days later, I'll go take a BART train out to Richmond, California, to the place where he was staying. He was staying with Sonia Miller, his wife, family. So I went there. Little Romeo was still in the crib. He was about 9 months old. I picked him up and said, oh, man, look at him. So anyway, we got the business. He said, well, what you want to do with this music? I said, man, I just want to rap. So he came to me. He said, well, we can do more than that. I want to start a label. He was already thinking pioneering, right?
Right.
I'm thinking about just rapping. I'm not thinking about no business, none of this. I just want to get on tape, get it out there, and listen to it.
Right.
But Pete was always thinking about the business mode from his grandfather, because his grandfather was like a businessman in New Orleans. All he did was do jobs here. If he cutting grass, he was all about business. So that leaked over to Pete. Anyway, right. I'm out here in Richmond, California. We chopping it up. And Pete told me, he said, man, I want to start a label. I said, a label? Oh, so what you going to call it? And he said, some old funny label. And then he came back. He said, well, I got a new name, No Limit. I said, now that's it. Right. If you go with No Limit, P, I think we gonna win. He said, okay. So we left it at that. I went back to Oakland, did my thing. I came back to Richmond about a week later, and him and his wife Sonia had a little small apartment then. A week later with their baby. So I knocked on the door. I went inside. He had this booklet with these logos. And the logos he was showing me, he said, we need a logo for the label No Limit. And he was showing me all these logos, and he picked out a couple. I said, nah, not that one. Then he went to, he said, this one, the one right here. He pointed to the tank with the two gangsters on the side. I was like, yeah, now that's it. And P said, that's you on the right side, that's me on the left side. Or that's you on the left side, that's me on the right. I said, whatever way it is, that's us. And the tank was rolling over records.
Right.
I said, yeah, that's the one right here. He He said, okay, we're going to roll with this. He was a businessman.
Right.
I'm following him because his man got it together. I want to rap, plus we're going to put it out. So about 2 weeks later, he came to me. He said, I found a producer. He found K. Lou out in Richmond, California. So he said, I want you to meet him. So by then, P had a little small car. We jumped in the car, and we went over to K. Lou house. The garage was in the studio was in the garage. So we get there. There's a limo in the garage because K. Lou family was already in entertainment.
Okay.
It's a limo in the garage. There's a microphone. It's all the amenities to record, right?
Right.
So P said, "This the song we gonna do. I got the track. It's called Mind of a Psychopath." I said, "Okay, let's do it." So we get in there. We fidgeting it around. P do his part. He making it happen. And he told me, he said, "Look, King, what you gonna do is you gonna do a solo spot on it." And I had a solo spot called "I'm Dealing Keys" about knowledge and all that, you know.
Right.
So we got these songs did. We packaged them up. And Pete said, "Know what? We ready to roll now. We got to press this thing up." Because back then they were putting out cassettes. I said, well, let's roll and let's do it. How we going to press it up? So all together between me and Pete, we had about $500. And he said, well, we're going to use this money right here to press it up, but we got to go to L.A. I said, damn, how we going to get to L.A., Pete? He was like, shit, we're going to drive. I said, okay, let's do it. So he picked the day out. We got in the car. We drove to L.A. We driving to L.A. It's hot as hell out there in the desert. We rolling. 5 hours away till we get to the Grapevine. I'm beating on the door, P rapping. We having fun. We laughing. We're young, you know. We having fun.
Right.
So we get the Rainbow, and we give the guy the cassette to press up, and we give the guy the money, about $500, and he charges about $3 something, and it came out to $4 something. So what happened was, after we left Rainbow, we only had a couple bucks on us. So we like, damn, we're going to get stranded because I'm doing the math in my head, right? And we only got about $50, something like that, right? And we got to go from L.A. to Oakland, California. That's about 600-700 miles. That's going to take more than $50 in gas.
Hell
so,
yeah.
But I'm rolling, though. We young, we don't care. We're in the car now. So we stop at the first gas station. We put about $35 in there. That'll leave us with a couple more bucks, right? So we rolling again. We're on the freeway. We got our water, whatever. We making it happen. We stop again because we went out of gas about 200-300 more miles. We stop over there. We only got $15. We give the $15 to the guy. I walk in there. I tell the guy, I say, hey, first, before I get to the counter, I grab some water, some chips. I got a hamburger out the little bin. I got me some more chips, some candy. So now we got some roll candy, right? And I give the guy the $15, and I tell him, I say, put the rest on the tank, right? Back then, he could fill your car up at the exact amount, and they couldn't stop it. You can go far as you want, but the guy got to pay attention to you, right?
Right.
Because you can just roll it. It didn't stop like it do now.
Right.
And especially in Hanford, California, at the little small out-of-the-way gas stations, you know, you give them the money, they trust you. You go outside and fill it up. So I'm putting the money on there, say about $9-10. I go way over $10. I put about $40 in there. We trying to take off. The guy catches before we get out there. He running out there. He stood in front of the car. He said, "Hey, you guys ain't going nowhere. You guys got to pay for that rest of that gas."
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, we done got in trouble now. So P said, "No, what, King? We're gonna give him this refrigerator we got from my boy before we got there, right?" I said, I don't think he's gonna take this fridge, P. So I told the guy, I said, "Hey man, we don't have the money. Are you willing to take this little refrigerator we got?" And the white guy, he was like, "Nah, man, I want my money. I ain't taking no refrigerator. What you think this is?" I'm like, oh man, P, what's up? So P went and talked to him, and the guy ended up taking the fridge, and we had a little stereo cassette back there, so he took that, so we moved on. So the guy let us go, and we got on the freeway. Anyway, 2 weeks later, the album is pressed, The Mind of a Psychopath. We happy, we bringing it everywhere, we giving family members cassettes, and we doing it. Because it's just me and P really rolling on the street. Right now, Silk is in high school, middle school. See, Murder in New Orleans, he fighting in, he going to the Army. They said then he went to the Army. Because his family was a tight-knit family that didn't really play that shit. They wanted you to be somebody.
Right.
So see, Murder in the Army now. Me and P out here in Oakland, California acting a damn fool. We got back with the cassette. We got the cassette. And by that time, Sonia, Lil Romeo, and P had moved to Oakland. Downtown Oakland. So we turned that house into like a little drug house. Right. You know what I'm saying? We was serving outside though. We stash it inside. So we outside now, doing our thing at the same time. We trying to promote this album, but we got very little money, and this album is just a stepping stone. We not knowing. We think, is this just a hit, right? We handling it like it's the #1 record in America, but everybody looking at us like we crazy. Uh-huh. So we bringing the CD, the cassette everywhere. So now, we like, damn, P, this shit ain't selling. We gave it to a distributor called In a Minute. And In a Minute record was Jason Bland, where he did all the top acts. And after we gave it to him, we waited like about 4 months, and we thought this guy had thousands of dollars for us, right? We thought we sold hella tapes. So we go to him, say, man, we're going over here and get our check for these cassettes we sold. So we get in there, the man, Jason Bland, looking at us like we fucking crazy. Because he's saying, y'all ain't got no money in here. This shit sold 10 copies. You know what I'm saying? We like, well, you lying, man. This shit went platinum. The guy, hey, man, y'all better get the hell out of my office. And by that time, I'm out my seat, all in the man's face. So that same day, once we got outside the doors of In a Minute, Pete said, look, King, don't ever do that again, because I almost grabbed Jason Bland by his collar. I thought he had money for him. He said, never scare these people in the music business because they're not going to let us in. We're trying to get in. Yeah. He said, your part is my right-hand man. That's when he made me his right-hand man in the music. He said, anything I get, King, you get. If I get $1, you get $1. If I get a leather suit, you get a leather suit. That's when he made the ultimatum. I say, well, I got your back till the end of this shit. I got your back till we get a real deal. So now, the cassette out, we know it's not selling. We hit the streets. We start taking our extracurricular activities everywhere. So we made enough money to do the album called Getaway Clean. That's after The Mind of a Psychopath. By then, I'm out in the street doing all type of shit. P over here trying to feed the family, and he done had another baby. Tony done had another baby, Lil Bercy. Now he got 2 kids now. He got 2 kids to feed. He can't get a regular job because he's trying to do this music shit. So now, we take the picture for Getaway Clean. We do the songs. I got another solo spot called Low Down and Dirty on Getaway Clean, the Orange album. We by the fence. I'm coming across the fence. P coming down the hill, and we got these new True members, Chili D, Magic Mark, Big O, all these new guys from Richmond. They part of the True clique now. So now we get this album out right here. We bring it to Jason Bland. We think we winning again. The album not doing nothing. We thinking it's selling. It ain't selling shit. We think we sold about 30 copies of that. We back on the street again. Damn. I thought we was going to go platinum, P. Man, we going to get there. So now, we got the album out. We still ain't getting no money. We take it to the streets. Now, we outside the front building where he live at selling. We selling this stuff, right? So now we selling this stuff. We sitting on the porch. We making money because we got our own clientele out here. We like Nino Brown. It's about 30 apartment buildings inside this complex we're living in. Everybody in there smoking. This all our clients. And we're going to give them credit. If they're not paying, we're going to kick their door in like Nino Brown. Yeah, right. So we way out there. We wild. So now, we can make a nice little chunk of change where we can go get a big package, right? So now we go get the big package. We back on the steps. We out there, everybody look, So we hit the steps all of a sudden. Every time the cops pass by, they just take us and put us in the car because these snitches done got hold of us now. So now, every time we see the cops, we running now. Right. But they always manage to catch P and get him in this damn car. But the good thing about it is, Master P always used his brother's ID. See, murder. So when the cops stop him, he give him Corey ID because they damn near look alike if you ain't really looking at them good, right?
Right.
So now, when he gets out, the cop runs the thing and gives him, okay, you all good, gets you out the car. So now, one night we sitting out there, I got a big old Saints jacket on in California, a big old bomber jacket. We sitting on the porch, I'm listening to some earphones, P on the other side, messing with his pager. It's about 9:30 at night. And we just jamming out. I happened to look up and I looked to the right. It was a dark brown Nova, a car, rolling real slow up the street with no lights on.
Right.
By the time I say duck, they let off. Nothing but shots. It must have been an AK or something, right? They chopping. I'm moving, right? I know something going on because the concrete moving, right? I couldn't run. All I was doing is rolling on the concrete. I'm trying to dodge all these shells hitting the ground, right? Mm. He go the other way. We go opposite ways. So I done rolled under the car. So I see the car. I'm looking at the bottom of the car. I'm seeing this brown Nova. He hit the corner. So now I come out of there. We pissed off, right? Oh, man, they caught us slipping. We didn't know what it was. So anyway, about a week later, we handled that. We knew we couldn't be outside no more. So anyway, we trying to feed the family. It's just me and Pete trying to make it happen. And the new crew members, they done broke off because there's no money being made. These new members thought they was going platinum, going to Hollywood too. So now it's me and Pete back in the barrel. So now we sat down. Pete said, "Man, we can't be outside no more. The police trying to get us, and the guys trying to kill us. What we gonna do, King? Man, we got to do something." So what we did was, we got the family. We packed up little Romeo, Versi, Sonia, and P had his cousin down in Missouri City, Texas, to hook up an apartment for him. So she got the apartment for him, a little one-bedroom. We drove down. We packed up everybody, Silk, the mama, everybody. P-Mom, Silk. We all drove down to Texas, Houston. So now we get to Houston. We all in this one-bedroom apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment. There's Sonia, his wife, his mama, Silk, me, Lil Versi, 5 of us. I'm sleeping on my suitcase in the living room. P and his wife sleeping in the room. His mom in the room too, but she in the little corner there. Me and Silk in the living room by the window, and I'm by the kitchen sleeping on my suitcase. And P like, damn, we gotta find a way out of this shit. We all crammed in. So now me and P take it to the streets again. So we go to a club. We get to a club and we shooting pool. So this guy, I'm gonna say this girl come up to P because she liked him. Right back then, girls used to come up to us, right? She asked him his name. They talking, and I'm still shooting pool. I'm just playing around with the white ball. I'm just hitting till he finished. So now P write his number down and give it to the girl, and the girl walk off. So we get back into the pool game. Now all of a sudden a piece of paper lands in the middle of the pool table. And I said, what the hell is this? And I look at his P number. So we look over, it's the girl's boyfriend in there. She set us up. So the guy got a pool ball in his hand like he about to hit P, right? So the minute he raised his hand, I raised my shirt up and I showed him my 380. I said, look, don't do that. And he looked at my waist, he said, oh, it's like that? I said, always. I said, you hit him with that ball, I'm gonna hit you with this. So the guy said, okay, he put the ball, he slammed the ball on the table. So he went on about his business, me and Pete, fake shooting pool now because we got to get out of here now. We done got into it with this guy. We don't know him. He over there with about 5 more guys looking at us. So some type of way, it's about 1:30 at night. We ease up out of there. So we get out the club. P looked at me, said, man, I want him. I said, you want him? We gonna get him. So we get in the car. We in one of these big old long 72 Impalas that we got from California. We drove it down to Houston, and we sitting in there. We sitting in the car waiting on the club to let out. Club let out at 2. We looking, and Pete said, "There you go, right there. The guy coming out. He's in the crowd." So we jumped out the car. I pull out my 380. Pete pull out his 9. We let off shots. Everybody moving in the club. They screaming. They all out there. We lighting it up. We don't even know we hitting. We just shooting, right? So we jumped in the car, and then we peeled off. We left a big old cloud of smoke in the lot. It was like the lot was like a dirt lot. So we sped off. We smoking it up. We took off. We left the club. We got something to eat like nothing ain't happened. We went to a Waffle House. We ain't even mentioned nothing about a shooting. So the next day, we had to get out and do some work. We might work some checks or some credit cards. We had to do some stuff, right? So now we're at a Walmart. Me and Sonia, his wife, at a Walmart. And I'm at the Walmart getting some stuff with this fake checkbook I got and this fake ID Pete made me, right? So it's me and Sonia, and I got the basket so full, I'm pushing it like a car out of gas. I'm pushing it, right? And one of the securities, the undercover security for Walmart,
Right.
he was watching me. So I go to the counter, and I gave the lady the ID. He come bring his ass up there looking at my ID, and I snatched it out of his hand. I said, "What you doing, man?" He said, "I'm just checking you out." I said, "Ain't nothing wrong, I'm buying stuff." So at that time, when I'm back and forth with the security guy, a real Harris County sheriff officer walked through the door. I looked at him, I said, "Oh shit," and the security car said, "Hey, excuse me, officer, can you help me out?" I said, "Oh shit, it's about to be problems." By that time, I told Sonia, Pete's wife, I said, "Go to the car, get out of here." She got out the store, so they got me hemmed up. So this this Harris County sheriff deputy, he looking at the ID, said, this not real." I said, "It is real." He peeled it off and it came apart. So he running everything now. And he looked, he said, "You look like a guy, one of these guys who was in a shooting out on the highway in Texas, right? Off a highway. I forgot the highway. It's been a while. Anyway, I said, "No, sir, I'm from California. I'm going to be straight up with you. I've been out here. I do music." He said, "Well," he got one of the people. What happened was that night a lady got shot in her ass and a guy got shot in his hand. We didn't even know. So they're really looking for us now. We didn't even know. So there was an assault. It was a aggravated assault. That's what they called it. So he said, "Well, just bear with me. You're not under arrest. I just need to put you in cuffs and put you in my car." Now he got me in the car. I'm scared now. Shit, I'm looking out the window. This mesh, right? So now the cop come back. He get 4 cops. The real Houston police, the sheriff. It's 7, 8 cars outside. I'm in the car now. I say, "Oh shit!" And they looking through the window and say, "I think that's him." So they say, "Yeah, it was you. It was you. It was you and your buddy who did it. It was a guy who looked like you. We got several witnesses." I say, "Sir, it's not me." I didn't want to go to jail. I got tears in my eyes, right? Well, not that I'm scared. I don't want to go to jail out here. I don't know nobody in Texas. So now they got me in there. They take me up there to the interrogation office like they do on the first 48. They record you. They have me up there. I'm telling. They said, "Where your buddy at? You gonna go down by yourself?" I said, "I don't have nobody, man. I'm solo bolo when I do it." So anyway, to make a long story short, they end up taking me in. I get about 8 years, right? I end up getting a plea bargain for this shit that I could have got more time. But they came to me with a deal. They said, "Instead of you getting 30 years for shooting these 2 people, the guy in the hand and the lady in the ass, we're going to give you a deal for 8 years. You willing to take it?" It's 8 years for each one of them. I'm sitting there, so either way I'm going to lose. So I signed the paper, took the 8 years. It was 2 8 years, really 16, but they ran it concurrent. So now I got these 8 years in Texas. I don't know what I'm going to do. Now I got to make up my mind. I got to do this time. So now they shipped me off to some prison way out in Mexico called Laredo. Because
for that
Texas is
shooting,
sort of,
For that shooting, you got. For that shooting, you got
Okay.
8 years. For that shooting, they gave you 8 years.
They gave me 8. They really gave me 16, but they ran them concurrent because each person was a charge.
Right.
Everybody that got hit, there was a person that was a charge he was getting. So now I got 16. But the court-appointed lawyer I had, he got it ran concurrent. He said, if you take this deal, I can run them together. And I was like, man, run them together, because I definitely don't want 16. So I got the 8. So they shipped me off to the little penitentiary they had out there. So now I'm in this penitentiary with all these guys in this dormitory. I don't know nobody. So now I'm fighting and doing everything else. But P out on the street still doing this thing. At the time when I'm doing this time, P had recorded Mama's Bad Boy. And he recorded True Understanding the Criminal Mind. On the True Understanding Criminal Mind was a bunch of new members too. It was Callie G. It was Fonzo. It was his little nephew, Big Boy, and a couple more people. Anyway, Pete went to my sister's shop in Oakland and gave her a copy of the new album she got out and letting them know my name's still on it, that he got my back. Pete didn't want to come see me because he didn't want to get entrapment. He didn't know, because he was the guy with me.
Right.
You know, he didn't know what happened. I didn't talk to him. He said, man, King ain't snitch on me. I didn't snitch on him. I did the whole bag by myself.
Right.
Anyway, I'm in this place, and God bless me because a new law had kicked in where the jail got so overcrowding, it was like a revolving door in Texas. They were just, because they were taking everybody to jail for crack. So they ended up breaking my time down to a month for a year. So if I got 8 years and they break it down, I only got 8 months. But my dumb ass, I'm in the dormitory, I'm doing the most. I'm shooting dice, I got weed coming in, I'm fighting, I'm cracking niggas' heads, niggas trying to crack my head. We in Texas now,
right.
In Mexico Park. So now they tack on some more time because I open the motherfucking head up in there. He come trying to get me 2 o'clock in the morning. I end up waking up and hitting him with a little makeshift shank I had and open up the head. They end up giving me another year or something in there, inside the prison. So now I'm still in here. I got out about 1992. After doing about 18 months, I got out and I moved with this girl I met inside the prison from a guy that had outside connections. So he hooked me up with a girl that was making sure I got tennis shoes, all the stuff I need. So anyway, I get up out of there. I went back to my sister's shop out in Oakland, and I told my sister, I said, yeah, I might have to get a job or something because I definitely don't want to go back to jail. And so I'm outside standing up, and I run into Pete's sister, Germany. She said, we hugged. She said, you back out? I said, yeah. She said, P looking for you. P is back in Oakland. He had moved back to Oakland. I didn't know it. So now, the next day, I'm outside by my sister's shop. Master P pull up. He said, nigga, you made it home. I said, man, I'm home. So me and him sit in the car, we chopping it up. He said, what you gonna do? Because I'm doing the same shit. Pete said, I'm doing the same shit out here. I'm doing the same shit. I'm slinging the same shit. I ain't got no job. That's what I got to do. I said, well, maybe I got to do the same thing. So I left my sister's shop. That day he came. I didn't see my sister for 3 months later. That's how we hooked up. We hooked up again and started back to the old games again. Now, Pete telling me, he said, King, I want to do a new True album. It's going to call Who's the Killer. True album is going to be called Who's the Killer. This time it's new members now. It's Milkman, Silk done got big, he rolling, C Murder back in town, Callie G, and Big Ed, and me. That's Who's the Killer for the new True, and Milkman. So now we record this new True album, Who's the Killer, with these guys from Oakland, and we thinking it's going to do good again. Another album that only sell 100 copies. We like, damn, this shit ain't working. But we still at it, right? So now, me and Pete, he done fell out again with the new True members, Milkman and all these other guys, because there's no money to be made. These guys only on board because they're trying to get some money.
Right.
So now, me and P sit in the car. We said, "Nigga, we got to do this shit again." So now, C Murder back in town. So C Murder, Silk, Germany, his sister, Low Romeo, Sonia Mama, P Mama, we all in an apartment. Like a 2-bedroom apartment, all of us, about 10 of us.
Damn.
He said, yeah, it was real talk. He said, "Man, I want to do a new album." I said, "What you gonna call it, P?" He said, "I'm gonna call it The Ghetto Trying to Kill Me." I said, "Damn, that's hard." So we got to get out here and get this money to get it. So me and Pete take it to the streets. And one night we sitting in the house and C Murder and P look at me and say, "No, what, we're gonna take care of King, man. We're gonna take him to get a girl tonight." I'm happy, right? I only been out about a month, two. They take me to get a girl. They're gonna take me to the hostel. Not knowing they're taking me to the hostel for a robbery, right? I'm part of a robbery, don't even know it. It's C Murder and Silk going on the robbery. So I'm sitting in the car. We get to the place where this is all going down, and I'm like, "Why are we stopping here, man? The girl's over there." They said, "Hold on, King. Stay in the car for a minute." They got these big old pistols on them, right? I didn't have my new gun then, because I was trying to stay clean, right? They get out the car, and they find the victim, and they broke the windshield. I'm gonna say the side glass of this guy's car, and went in there trying to get him while he had the girl trying to get him. So they come run back to the car, jump in, we took off. I said, "Man, don't do that." So anyway, me and Master P got together a week later and hit the streets and made the money to start recording The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. So we got the money now from all this shit we doing, and we said, "No, what, we got to do the single for The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me." So we ran into this guy called Nate Fox. That's who did the lead song for The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. We went to his house. He had the studio in his house, and we recorded The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me song. And we recorded other tracks, other places. So once we got The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me together, we're not going back to Jason Bland, because Jason Bland ain't giving us shit. We're going to end up whooping his ass. So we find out that it's a place in Fairfield, California that does distribution. His name was St. Charles. Solar Music Group.
That's what I'm trying to get in touch with too. St. Charles.
You feel me?
E40's uncle. E40's uncle.
E40's uncle. Yeah, we ran into St. Charles.
I've been trying to reach him.
We go to St. Charles. Yeah. We get to St. Charles, and St. Charles sat us out front. He looking at us, "Oh, man, y'all want to make music?" St. Charles laughing at us, right? This man got millions. He wears a suit every day and a new pair of gaiters every day. This E40's uncle, he put them on.
Right.
So now, he said, "King, you want to make it?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "P, you want to make it?" P said, "I want to make it." He said, "P, are you the record company owner, right?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Who is King?" He said, "King, my right-hand man." That's what P told St. Charles. "Wherever I move, you going to see King, so don't try nothing." So anyway, St. Charles got The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me album. This was the first real check we got. The man gave us a check for $4,000. We was like, "Oh," no, he gave us a check for $5,000. We was happy, right? This is the first time we got a real check for music from St. Charles.
Right.
E40's uncle was the first one to give us real money. Right. He gave us the money for this damn Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. We happy. This day here, we ain't got to hit the streets. We ain't got to go pull out the pills for nothing. So P always thinking, right? I'm thinking this shit, he got a new album in his head every week, right? I'm ready to spin this shit. He said, "No, King, we're not going to spin it, King. We're doing a compilation." Okay, I'm going on. What compilation we doing? I want to compilate some of this damn money out the street to do what I got to do. So he said, "No, King, we're doing an album called The West Coast Bad Boys." I said, "What the hell is that?" He said, "It's a compilation we're going to do. We're going to do all the hot local people that's doing, and you're going to have another solo spot." If you notice on all the albums coming up from the beginning of P, No Limit Records, and his career, my career, I always got a solo spot because I was the man. I was the right hand. He didn't give his brother the solo spot until he gave me one. Right. So now, we're doing the West Coast Bad Boys compilation. We go get Ray Love, we go get JT, the bigger figure, Dangerous Dame. All these boys was hot on the street. Mac Mall. RBL. Shit, we was getting all the hot boys that was hot on the local scene because this was selling.
Right.
So now we finished the West Coast Bad Boys up, and now they're repressing the CDs now, CDs and cassettes. We take it on St. Charles, put that out, we get another nice side check. So all our good checks was coming from St. Charles out of Fairfield. So now, at the same time, St. Charles had a studio in there. He said, look, you guys can record in here. He should have never told P that. P said, oh, what's on there? So he had a St. Charles producer was called Larry D. If you notice, a lot of stuff we were doing on after the West Coast Bad Boys was produced by Larry D. So we started recording, and he came to me again. He said, King, I got another album coming out. I said, what's this one called? He said, it's called 99 Ways to Die. I said, oh, what this said, it's going to be a solo, because when you come out, you're going to come out gold, King. I'm going to ride this whole shit on me. I'm going to use my name. I said, do what you got to do. I got you back. So now we're recording the 99 Ways to Die album in St. Charles studio. And we got here, we just banging. So now we go to a distributor called City Hall in San Rafael, California. So we take this 99 Ways to Die album. We give a few to St. Charles. He's circulating the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me is selling good. The West Coast Bad Boys is selling good. The 99 Ways to Die album is complete. We got it good. King got him another solo spot. He on most of the songs. He on 3 or 4 songs on there. And we got Owing, the guy who did the hit songs for It's Too Short, E40.
Right.
So we got a gold producer on here now. So now we give the album to City Hall Records in San Rafael, California. The distributor there drops the album 2 weeks later, and it hit the Billboard charts at about 60. Once it hit the Billboard charts at 60, everybody watching us now. Hey, this shit real now.
Right.
So now we got the Ghetto's Trying to Kill. I'm gonna say the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, the West Coast Bad Boys, the 99 Ways to Die that done hit the Billboard charts. This ring alarm in P head, right? Hey, they want us now. I can see it. So now we rolling. C Murder, Silk, Big Ed. We all rolling in St. Charles together in one car, like a basketball team. We all over 6'3", right?
Right.
People thought we played ball because we so damn tall,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, some tall.
They're like, damn, this is a yeah. So this is a basketball team. They did not know we was rappers. So anyway, we got this album selling. City Hall cut us a nice check. He said, King, we need cars. C Murder and Silk wanted a car, right? P said, y'all can't get a car now. I'm getting one for me and I'm getting one for King. That pissed them off. C Murder and Silk couldn't believe it. They say, I'm your brother and you're not getting me a car. They didn't understand it because I was from the soil. I'm from the beginning. I did time for this man without snitching on him. That's why I can't understand the outcome that happened now. Anyway, to get back to it.
All right.
He go by a gray Mercedes-Benz, the big body, the 500.
Mm-hmm.
He said, King, what kind of car you want? I said, you know what kind I want. I want a white Caddy. He said, we drove all over the town for about 4 or 5 hours trying to find this particular white Caddy I wanted, right? So I spotted on the lot. I said, that one right there. He said, that one? We pulled up in the 500 Benz. I sat outside. P went on the lot and told the guy. P brought his checkbook there. About an hour later, I'm inside the white lack. C Murder and Silk is fucking furious. They can't understand and they pissed off. They're not smiling no more. They're not understanding the game. So now I got the white lack. We rolling. We got the 99 Ways to Die album rolling. Now, P said, King, I got another album. I said, what is going to be called, P? He said, we're going to take it back home, Down South Hustler. I said, oh, let's do it. I want this one. Down South Hustler's album. The hit song we had was Bounce That Ass. I'm on the track. I'm that third wall lunatic. Coming hard out the brick. That was me. A hit. So now, We got the Down South Hustlers album up. We got the few funds rolling in. We traveling. We hitting the road. We doing shows. We got the funds now to do it. But all the money is going back into the music. We're only taking like a couple thousand to do what we got to do. Pete took all the money back. I was like, man, when I'm going to get a big chunk of this shit? He said, no, King, going to invest everything back in. So we invested everything back in to do the album called True. With me and Big Ed hands, arms on the front of the cover. It was called True. First it was called Blood In, Blood Out, but we changed it. Now we got we working on the True album.
Right.
We got Al Eaton doing production. We got Big Ed got a solo spot. See Murder got a solo spot. We got to treat them right because they pissed off at me. Silk got a solo spot. You can look at it for yourself. I'm telling you true history. We all got solo spots because everybody jealous. King George got a solo spot. So I got to put a pacifier in their mouth. So now everybody got a solo spot. So now we working on the True album. He said we got to go down south. We took a plane down south. We promoting this True album. We run into a few old friends he went to school with, Bercy, Mr. Servon, and all the Moby Dick and all these other cats, right? And we riding around with them because they was trying to get on too. They was trying to do something too. Servon was doing his thing, but I think at that time, Mr. Servon was like, he had his own thing. He was doing illegal checks. He was making his own money, but he was trying to rap too. So we got with these guys, and they told us about a girl that can rap real good called Mia X. So we went and met this girl, Mia X, and she started rapping for us. She was like one of the hottest things in the town, but she ain't really had no. She been on people's albums, but she ain't really had nothing nationwide. So he went to Servon, Bercy, and all these cats. He said, "Look, are you guys willing to relocate?" And they was like, hell yeah, they was ready to get out of New Orleans because it's kill or be killed out there, right?
Right.
So he got them a plane ticket and they all flew up to California. We went and picked them up at the airport. I picked up Mr. Servon, Mia X, Bercy, Moby Dick, KLC. I picked them all up. They all know me. Brought them to the spot. We got them a small apartment in Hayward, California with like 2 bedrooms. A bedroom for Mia X and a bedroom for Mr. Servon, and everybody else gonna sleep in the living room, right? They got the equipment in this apartment building, and they're recording. So now we got these guys out here, but they're seeing that there's no money being distributed to them now, so they got to put in work. So Mia X start working on her album. So she said, I want to do a single called I Want to Be With You. She was talking about me. I want to be with you. And that's me and her in the video because me and her were supposed to get together, but it didn't happen. So now she got the video with me on it, me and Big Ed doing shots in there. She got that out. We working on our album. So now it's called Good Girl Gone Bad with our album. Now we doing it. We rolling around. I got my caddy, P got his band, C Murder Silk, they ain't got their cars yet. But they're still kind of envious of me because I'm still rolling, I'm clean. So they're like, damn, this shit, they're not getting no money. Everybody pissed off. So it was about a lot of talk in between the crowd. So at this time, we took a trip up to Spokane, Washington. He said, King, we need a manager. But the manager will only be like a front because people only respect your music when you got a manager. We like, okay, so we drove up to Spokane. We promoting our album. We doing shows out in Seattle, Washington, where we ran into Cassie D. Cassie D rolling around with Cassie D was the man in Washington that turned us on to Washington. He gave us Washington. Cassie D was the man who gave us Washington. We hooked up with Cassie D soon we landed in Washington. Cassie D had his own. Cassie D is a blood. So he had all the respect out there. So when we roll with Cassie, we respect him, plus we good, right? So now Cassie taking us up to Spokane to meet Tobin. Tobin was running a radio station up there with his boy. He was like a DJ. So we ran into Tobin, had his glasses on, a young Tobin, right? Hey man, my name Tobin Compton. So him and P got together because P always told me, King, play your part, man. I don't want you scaring people. I said, okay. So I let him and Tobin did his thing, their thing, right? So he got with Tobin and let him know, I want to make you the manager, right? So he got with Tobin and flew Tobin out to California, where Tobin was part of the crew now with Mia X, Servon, Big Ed, everybody, right?
Right.
So now they're all rolling every day. We in the studio, we promoting we 3 cars rolling down the street when you see us, right? It's the big body, it's the Cadillac, and it's the van. We had got a van with No Limit Records on it, right? It was clean. It said No Limit Records with all our names on it. So now we rolling, but we not getting this money like we're supposed to because we didn't sign the deal yet, right? All this money going, we got the production, we got the artwork, we got the traveling, all this shit is eating our money up. And it's about 10 of us, right? But you got Mr. Servon, me and X, everybody, they like, oh man, I'm with it, but this shit is a struggle, right? It wasn't easy. So now a few of them got with Tobin, and I think Tobin was talking about, getting them a record deal or whatever. I didn't really know because I wasn't rolling with them. I was rolling with Pete, you know, and I didn't know that I was getting put in this cross. Everybody was putting me in this cross where they was trying to where they was going to get rid of me, and I didn't know it. So I mainly got put into a cross. So now we rolling every day. We got the True album. We got the 99 Ways to Die album. The True album, and they tell us, they said, look, we find out that they're giving out deals from Mr. E.A. Ski and JT the Bigger Figure at Priority. So E.A. Ski from California hooked up a way where we go up there and talk to Brian Turner at Priority Records. We went up there and talked to him. We brought the True album up there. They looked at it. They said, oh, this is good. It was just me and P in the office talking to Brian Turner. Murder, still everybody was outside. I'm right there in the chair. I'm right looking in their face. The guy gave us the deal. He said, before you get the deal, we needed a lawyer. So we got the lawyer, and about 2 days later, we went to this building and signed the deal for Priority. So now we got the Priority deal. Everybody pissed off because P didn't take no money. I'm pissed off at it. I'm like, damn, we still ain't got no money. But he was waiting. Right. He said, if we wait and let this shit sell, King, we're going to be riding on the magic carpet. I said, okay. He said, we're going to be doing, I'm going to tell you what Pete told me. We saw it already. He said, King, when you come out, your shit going to be gold. He said, we going gold. We're going to be doing movies. We're going to be doing video. We're going to be riding high on this shit. So just relax, King. Don't hurt nobody. I said, okay. Because I was like a hothead, right? I was like the muscle. I was always upset. I was always had an attitude. I guess that's why I got hit in the head with a padlock. I got hit in the head with a stick. I was always getting hit by somebody from the back because I was after their ass, you know. Somebody was always getting my ass. They hit me in the head with a padlock one night.
Oh,
well,
shit,
I didn't fall. I didn't knock out. I just ran in the neutral direction till I find out what the fuck that was. So anyway, I'm the man. P had me secured. So now, all these people around, here go the bowl of soup. Here go the bowl of soup. Here go the bowl of soup. Big Ed goes to P and tell him, King and the rest of the guys want to get a deal on their own. Total lie. Big Ed, rest in peace. That's my boy, but I got to tell you the truth. Big Ed went to P and told him that King and the rest of these guys trying to get a deal. I wouldn't do this to my boy Big Ed, but I got to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because if I tell you a lie, the man gonna turn over in his grave. So anyway, they go to P. I'm not knowing they told P this. So they tell P this. I'm noticing Peter acting different now. They done went to Missouri and left me. I'm sitting there at home calling PP, where y'all at? Oh, we out of town. You out of town? Now I'm tripping now, right? You out of town and you left me? Now I know something up. I said, okay, y'all playing games now. Okay, I like this shit. So now, hold on, one second.
Okay. Everybody, please get those likes up. Please get those likes up. If you new, please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell on the right hand side and click on all for all notifications. If you would like to donate to the platform, please do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you nothing but great content, as you see, exclusive interview. You know what I'm saying? So please support so we can keep this going. Thank you for the support. Please show some love. Thank you. It is not easy getting these people to take the time. He pulled over. He's in his car, pulled over just to do this interview. So salute to him for even doing that. Thank you, King, for doing that. Continue.
Thank y'all. And please subscribe to him, and please support him, because he's doing a good thing. He's putting a real deal out there so you guys won't be in the blind. He's putting a real deal out there so the hip-hop community can sustain his reality.
Right.
Yeah, so we got the deal with Priority, no money, because P didn't accept it. So now I'm in this big old pot, and Big Ed told P I was going to get a deal with the rest of them. So now P get back in town, he called me. I'm pissed off, right, because y'all left me. That's not right. So P said, King, what's up? I said, what's going on, man? What's happening? P said, so me and P on the phone now, right? P said, King, you should have told me you're trying to get a deal. Now I'm pissed off because I wouldn't do no shit like this. Why would I go get a deal after doing time, after splitting people wigs? Why would I go get a deal? But in hindsight, it was P didn't even know there was a part of greed. He wanted everything for himself. You know what I'm saying? He cut me out. That was the deal. He cut me out, and he used me trying to get a deal and Tobin trying to get a deal to have all the money for himself to intimidate these other guys. So the guys see that he fucked over his real friend, so I imagine what he'll do to me. So that was the point. So everybody that got on No Limit know he fucked over his boy, so you know what you'll get. You know, so now I told P, I said, look, man, he called me again. He said, King, he said, I gave you a chance, man, to come talk to me and tell me the real deal, that you wasn't going to get a deal. I'm not getting ready to tell you I'm not going to get a deal, because it's not right for me to sit here after all these years and explain to you that I'm not trying to cross you. I could have did that shit when I went to prison. I could have got your ass to sit in the prison with me.
Right.
All I had to do was give them the name, and all them fucking detectives would have knocked on your door. You know, no, I didn't do that. So that broke my heart when he did that, because it was some chicken shit he did, you know. But that's in the past. I survived it, you know what I'm saying? It was God's will for me not to be there, you know what I'm saying? To do whatever he got to do, but that was chicken shit of P to do that. And I thought for one of these days he'll come back and call me and say, hey man, look, you know, and the thing is, the down south hustlers, West Coast bad boys, true. All these records went gold. I never even got a plaque. You know, so that's some chicken shit, man. But I'm living a new life now. He can keep the plaque. He can keep the publishing. He never came back to me with none of it. I never even got a medallion. You know, so it breaks my heart that his mind is in that place. You know, but we grown now. I think if Master P can hear this interview, he can sit down, we can sit down and move ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not after you for money, Master P. I can get my own. I've been in the trenches too long. You know what I'm saying? I've been down in the trenches too long to even think about me trying to chase this man and get money. I gotta make my own money. You know, before the music shit, I would like to get that straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Down South Hustlers album, and I didn't even get a plaque. I had the people call me from the RIAA. They called me and said, we got a plaque down here for you for the Down South Hustlers. They gave it to me. They called me and Master P got to get straight, man. He got to get his mind right, man. Because I'm giving you the truth, man. You don't cut my fucking throat like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but that's in the past. That's in the past, though. I'm leaving that in the past. Well, that's a clean slate. You know, we grown men now. You got to come at me like a man now. You know, so that's the bottom line. That's what happened for all the fans out there. If y'all didn't know, now you know. Well, there's no animosity. I want everybody to know that. We was kids when we did that. But as far as the music and getting everything straight, it's an open door for Master P. It's an open door for Silk. It's an open door for C Murder. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all had to do. Y'all thought y'all cut me out, and y'all was laughing at me. Hey, we left King behind, ha ha ha. And after they did all that shit, it was a bunch of bodies left. The shit, the inside shit that happened. You know, I left it alone, and I let them do their own destruction. So I'm here today doing my own thing, moving in my own lane, and I want all the fans to know King George. I got the new box set coming out called First True No Limit Soldier. It's a box set with the documentary, my own booklet, my own EP, and my own independent film.
That's what's up. Now, I have some questions, family, and I'm glad that you told your story the way you did from the beginning, because you letting people know, nigga, I was there from the beginning. So that's why I understand that you gave that whole story, and it was well worth listening to, guarantee you. So basically, he just waited for that moment because he was so selfish. He just waited for any excuse
Thank you.
just to
and
cut
that's
you
the
off.
real deal, man. That's the real deal. I'm not trying to assassinate this man's character. I'm giving you the real deal. And if he don't see it in his own mind, that's his fault. He got a mental problem then. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their check from all that shit they did but me. You know, I got some lawyers to get the my mechanical, but after that I didn't see nothing else. I got like $10,000, man, off all that gold shit. Me being his partner, cause P did it, man. He cut me out of the whole thing. He turned his back on me, left me for dead, fucked my family, all that shit. My husband some bullshit, getting greedy. You know, but it's in the past. If you're listening, P, it's in the past, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving ahead, but I would like to get that straight, man. We under God, man, and he watches it all. So you can run with my check, my plaques, my whatever you got for me, and play with it and take it to the grave with you. You know?
I think you know, out of all the good stuff that he's doing, and how his mindset is, or at least how he's portraying. This is no disrespect. I'm unbiased. I ain't taking nobody's side. Always been unbiased. I'm just seeing it from my eyes. But how he's portraying to have a turnover, a new leaf. You see how he's talking. He's about inspiring and things of that nature. So he probably has a change of heart. So it's like, how if you at this stage right now, the people that came, that like Sandbox, that came with you from the beginning, and even took time and even snitch on you and all that, why would you just have some little fake rumor, quote unquote alleged rumor, about getting their own record, getting their own deal, and just cut them off completely? And when they tell you, yo, why would I cross you like that? And
exactly.
just by that, if you do that, that's, to me, being unbiased, it seemed like that was a selfish move to even do that. If that's your man, you know what I mean? Like that's I mean, I can't do that. Is there anything that you do? Wait, hold on.
It's in the past. Okay.
Do you think there's anything else that could have happened between y'all two for him to like still cut you off from that moment? It's been a very long time, like 20 years. Is there anything you could think of?
My family members don't understand it. That's greed. You didn't uncover. You didn't uncover anything. It still remains King George is trying to get a record deal. What the fuck is that? What is that? What record deal? It's
right.
All a part of the fluff. So that's why I had to put it in the past, because I couldn't let it keep eating me up year after year, knowing it was a lie. And you keep on riding off that same lie, riding off that thing. If you changing the leaf, Master P, if you changing this thing, come holler at me, man. Let's move ahead over this bridge that's not burnt on my side. You know what I'm saying? If it's about money, keep the money. You stay over there, stay in your lane, P, with all your money. Count it at night, play with it. I'm a man. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, credibility, man. I'm talking about real talk. Being a man, being fair to yourself, being true to yourself. You know, you can say this is a new leaf and all this shit to the fans. I ain't getting no call. Nobody ain't reached out to me from P Camp. I'm here waiting. Nobody ain't called me. Nobody ain't said nothing about P talking to me or nothing.
But
You
you
know what I'm
was
saying?
on the No Limit Chronicles though, right? You was on there. So how did that come
Oh yeah,
about?
yeah. I
So
was on. What happened was I did that to tell a story to get it out clean. A lot of the parts was cut out.
cut out.
But I'm
I
saying
bet it
now
was.
we moving ahead as far as men. I want Pete to understand that I'm not gonna chase you behind no money because I didn't get it in 25 years. 25 years of me not getting my damn check from No Limit.
Right.
I'm gonna have to chase you again. I'm not done. I ain't got to. I'm gonna be dead by the time I do another 25. Fucking with No Limit and all this bullshit, man. I'm dealing with the real deal. I got real cats behind me. I don't deal with all that fluff shit about this guy. Sit down and talk to me like a man. I don't see Pete sitting down and face to face up with me talking to me.
Now, I'm gonna get back to you, but there's a question I want to ask. Like, since you saying that, and now we talking character-wise, since you basically know P. So, if you feel that he's selfish and self-centered or whatever the words you may use, what do you think? Oh no, do you understand where Corey Miller is feeling, far as feeling like Percy didn't really look out for him or something like that? What kind of relationship, what you think about what's going on between Percy and Corey at the moment? What you think about that?
Okay, I'm gonna give you the real deal. I'm
Let's
gonna give you the real deal. I'm gonna give because I know Pete. I know how Pete think. I know Pete, right? You can change and leave, but you still know this person, right? Pete gonna help you if you his blood. He's gonna reach out and help you. He gonna bend over backwards. He did it all for C Murder.
Right.
But you gotta understand the Louisiana law, man. That's some hard ass shit my little brother doing life.
Right.
Or some shit where somebody robbed him and he shot him. And he still ended up getting life. So P really invested millions in the C Murder, man. I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I'm giving you the real deal on this. I'm telling you no shit from no fan. Somebody read a report about this. See, that's blog shit. I'm telling you some real shit, concrete shit. P did it all for this man. He got him out the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He messed up with the ankle monitor and went back again. That's piss. You gotta remember, P is only human, man.
Right.
You know, I'm only human. We only could do so much before we fucked up. We all fell short of the glory. We all don't get a pass. We all sinners. So P kept doing this shit for C Murder. He even took a bus up there to see him, right? The Louisiana system not letting you go this soon. C Murder, you up there with my brother. You talk to him all day. It's hard. There was a guy called Gary Tyler that the whole world knew he wasn't guilty, but Louisiana wasn't letting him go. The man did 40 years before they let him go.
Damn.
And that's how they do it. You don't go to jail in Louisiana, man. It's hard to get out that shit because it's backdated. They make their own laws. So as far as C Murder and Master P did what he had to do. He can't do no more.
Right.
Now, if he can resurface and try to put some more millions into it, Louisiana ain't buckling, man. Know when they gonna buckle? You know when the Louisiana system gonna buckle for C Murder?
When?
When you give them about 40 years. And I don't mean I'm telling you from facts.
Shit.
My whole family did time in them systems. That's why I had to get out. Man, I think I did, what I did. I had signed a fake check in Louisiana and got 10 years.
What?
I went to the pen for a check, one check. And after I got out, I only did about 2. Because that was my first time, and they had to send me, I got with a program.
Right. Shit.
And I got out after doing 2 years.
Shit, that
I would not steal a bubble gum out there.
Damn. So do you think that Kim Kardashian and Monica is gonna do you think there's a chance they could get him out?
I might be overstepping my boundaries, but like I said, I got to give it to you real, right?
That's right.
I'm going to tell you again. My little brother is up there. My little brother got robbed in 1993 twice by the same guy. The guy came, robbed him again, hit him in the head with a pistol. My brother shot his ass. Ended up killing him. Instead of getting the guy for robbing my brother, they sent my brother to jail for murder because he was a convicted felony with a firearm. They sent him out. My brother's still doing life. My little brother's been in jail 30 years now. 10 more years, my little brother might get out, because that's 40 years. That's how they do it. When you get out of Louisiana prison young, you get out when you got gray hair on your ass.
All right, now I have a few more questions too, but now because I did a little small documentary, half an hour piece on Corey and Percy, right? And the title was Betrayal, Brotherly Love or Betrayal. My question is, like everything that you said, as far as Percy did everything that he could do to help him while he was in jail. So I came to a little conclusion. I said, damn, I forgot how I put it, but I'm gonna ask you the question. Do you think Corey was just ungrateful?
Hold on. Here it is right here. Okay, you gotta put your feet in a man's shoes before you answer the question, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's get in Corey Miller's shoes. You put your feet in one, I'm gonna put mine in one, now we're gonna know what's going on, right? You gotta understand, you in the penitentiary in Louisiana, you expect everybody and their mama to get you out of here because you gotta get out. So I can do all the above for you. If you're not out, it's still not good, because I'm still not out. Look at this. Master P and I haven't spoke for 25 years. I'm saying the same thing because I still haven't talked to him, so I'm feeling almost like C Murder. I'm feeling like I've been betrayed, but that's not the fact. You know, we haven't hooked up. The fact is, C Murder's still in there, and they're still trying. So it can look like betrayal because the man's still in there. But if your brother a millionaire, he trying. He love his brother.
Right.
But it's gonna look like betrayal because look at my little brother. My little brother's been trying to get out for 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did it all too. I don't talk about that. Our funds not an inch longer than P funds, right? We tried everything we do with them with the free the innocent program for my little brother. Didn't work because the governor and all them people out there, you like a slave to them. Right. In Louisiana. They don't want to let no slave go. Yeah, because you on them farms, you working like a slave. You know, so far as C Murder feeling like he been betrayed, I feel him though, because he's still in that box.
Right.
If he's still in that box, you're gonna feel betrayed. It's gonna look like betrayal. Now if he get out, he gonna look like the good guy. But the man is still in the box, so it's a yin and a yang. That's what it is. It's both of the same, but it's different.
Now, there's like the music that y'all did, right? The albums that y'all did. From what Tobin said, from 95 to 99, P doesn't own any rights to those albums and publishing. Everything went to KLC, Beats by the Pound. So he wasn't getting any benefits from those albums that you was on as well. So is that true?
Well, I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. That's a part of the dynamic that I can't speak on, because I'm not in this business. If I was in this business as far as that, I know how much I'm owed. You know, but I'm gonna give you a snippet of what I heard because they went at P for their money, right? Beat by the pound. They got a lawyer and went at it.
Right.
They did the same thing I did, but P was pissed off at me when I got a lawyer for my royalties. It was the baddest thing I can do. But now these guys got lawyers. It's all good. So I'm being attacked. So anyway, Beats by the Pound, all that shit in probate. You know, that's a probate case we talking about. Meaning that shit all caught up in the courts. Beats by the Pounds ain't even got the money for that shit. Because it's all probated. You got the reason why it's in probate, because you got major labels involved in the shit. Because they got to give a number. Universal got to give a number. Priority got to give a number. No Limit got to give a number.
So it's true. So it's true. Sorry to cut you off, King. So it's true that basically, because I remember one year, I think that was 99 or 2000, he did like how many albums? 23 albums in one year.
Albums.
So is it true that all the artists he owns their publishing and royalties too? So nobody gets no bread, son, besides his son or Silk?
Okay, whenever you take anything to probate, right? It's in the probate courts. Nobody get nothing. Not P, not by nobody, because it's in probate. It's trying to get the numbers so big. That's what got it probated. Nobody can get this number right. How many Universal sold? How many Party sold? How many each artist sold? This shit'll give you a headache. So the probate court's got to deal with that, and that's something that's out of my department, because I don't own no Limit Records. I don't own Party. Nobody showed me any numbers. So I'll be talking shit to you about. Hey,
so what kind of business move did he make then? I mean, I'm not saying he's not doing any great business now. So I guess, I don't know. Remember my
I can't elaborate on it because I don't know his business. I don't know his numbers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody know the numbers, because we can all stand outside the door and say how much crack the man got in the crack house.
Right.
You don't know till you kick the door in.
Right.
You might catch a motherfucker with a whole pot in his hand. And he might catch him just sold out everything. We don't know the numbers until the dope man tell us. Whoever in the trap house know who it is. Whoever in the trap house know how many pistols in there, how much dope in there. We can sit outside the door and say, yeah, let me get a whole gang of dope in there. We don't know. We don't know how many records it's sold. Each artist, when you're dealing with that, that's why if you're on Interscope, right? If you're on Interscope or Atlantic, right? You take one artist at a time at a genre. If you're doing hip hop, you take an artist at a time. What happened was Pete crammed all them artists into one. Right. And that fucked the system up. It jammed the system. They couldn't understand it. Even the artists ain't know how many albums they sold. Because it clogged the system up. They're just getting over that shit. Pete clogged the system up. So that no limit, us trying to find out who owed this, how much publishing he took, nobody knows because the probate court got it.
Damn. And they taking they sweet ass time to get it
That's
right.
Money. The probate courts eat your money up. That's lawyers working with lawyers. That's lawyers working with the judge.
That's a lot of money.
Man, if you got a lawsuit, right, and the lawsuit take 3 years, that's a lawyer doing that.
That's right.
That's a lawyer eating off your shit. My boy just got settled a lawsuit for $1.5 million, right? He got hit by a car from the back in his truck by 18-wheeler. They gave him $1.5 million, but he took 4 years to do it, and he ended up with $20,000.
Wow.
See how it works?
Yeah, because the lawyers was
the same thing with Pete.
Sucking the blood off that shit.
They getting blood. That's why people tell you, be a doctor or a lawyer, because that's the biggest criminal. Be a doctor or a lawyer and you're gonna get money. Because and if you're a doctor, you get the whole real dope around legally. If you're a lawyer, you get to draw out shit as long as you want to.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, we're gonna go ahead on and settle after 4 years, and my fee is this. The lawyer come out with 400 and something thousand, and my boy come out with 20,000. That ain't right, but that's how it works.
Now, was you there for the Cash Money meeting? When they try to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. What you said? What Cash Money meeting?
Because from the documentary, I don't know if that was you that was with him, but I'm just going off the head when they wanted the distribution deal like Master P. You know what I mean? That 80-20 thing or whatever, and Baby and them came and they sat down at a diner and P was like, nah, he ain't with it. Like, do you know anything about the beef between Calio and Uptown? Because somebody said about somebody cousin got murdered over there where Baby and them be at. Do you know anything about that? I know street shit, so you don't have to get too detailed, but do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about it because I got out of P business after trying to get mine. That's why I say with dead bodies left behind and a whole lot of people going to jail, I got out of it. That's the outcome of it. It looked real good on the outside with no limit, but they losing the battle. You got people in jail, people getting killed, people didn't get a check. There's a whole lot of them, man. If you put all these people in one big old fucking building, you have a whole bunch of casualties. So a whole lot of people got hurt.
So what is it that, what is it that you can say that we really don't know, like an exclusive, whether it's good, bad, tragic? What is something, because you just said about, a lot of people got hurt and, people wanted their money, a lot of things happen. What is it that you can explain that nobody don't know? Because Loan Limit looks, they never tell the dark side of the quote-unquote success. So what is it that you can say, if you can?
Absolutely nothing.
Makes sense to me?
Absolutely nothing.
Makes sense to me?
I got out of their business. I got out of people's business. After I figured out I couldn't get mine, stop chasing you around. I got out your business. I don't listen to the blogs. I'm not listening to the streets, nothing. When people say no, I don't listen to it. The only thing I'm listening for is Peter come talk to me about mine. If he man enough to do that, that's it. If he ain't man enough to do that, let him go to the grave with it.
One last question, and then I'm gonna let you close out and say whatever you need to say. Did you ever see the live stream with Soulja Slim's sister?
I saw that. I'm gonna be honest. I saw it. I looked at it. I got no comment on it because I'm from that area, and I don't want to put myself into a whole different interview because I can't speak on something I don't know. I wasn't there.
Absolutely.
I just said no limit. New Orleans is kill or be killed.
Right.
Go to the city. If any fans out there, go to the city, see for yourself. Them boys ain't playing.
Right. So I'm gonna leave that one right alone. Now, so let's pretty much close out. Hold on, because I wrote this down. Big Ed that passed away. Was he a part of the industry? Was that, because we know the industry, they always try to break people apart, try to split up groups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Divide and conquer. What was Big Ed's role again? Just for my as my concern.
Big Ed was like our brother, man. When me and P was rolling around, Big Ed was going to college playing basketball. That's what he wanted to do. We hooked up with Big Ed as a true member because he helped us out in so many ways. If we didn't have a car, because we was in the street doing our thing, and we needed Big Ed's car, he'll give us his car. If we need to stay by Big Ed's house this night because we too hot, he was like a brother in it. You know what I'm saying? He just did what he had to do on a certain level of being in with Pete. So Big Ed was part of the industry with us.
Okay.
It was just unfortunately that once they cut me loose, Pete found out the truth and he started treating Big Ed like a stepchild.
Because he found out he lied.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, he found out, but he kept it on the under because you can't say I fucked over my boy because I found out Big Ed lied.
So why the fuck he didn't just?
You can't do that.
So if he
you
found out,
lie with it now.
That's so corny though.
That's corny,
if
but
it's
that's
like
how
that.
it go now
Because
he's so far ahead of the bus, right? Till you can't change it around because you're gonna make yourself look stupid. That's why I'm willing to say forget the past. Let's talk P and move ahead with my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's move ahead with my stuff, P, because we'll be digging in the wrong dirt,
If I was him, I'd give you a big check, man. Nice check. Even if I don't mess with you no more, man, I appreciate what you did. You was with me from the jump. You know what I mean? Here's a little 50,000. Here's a little 75, maybe 100,000. That's I would do some shit like that. Like, yo, here, take that, man.
You know what? I never met you before, but feeling your spirit in you would do something like that.
Absolutely.
You would sit down because it's only natural in your head, right? You say, you know what? This guy did time for me.
Yeah.
This guy did this. Let me get this. I ain't gonna get this nigga $1 million. Yeah. I'm gonna give him enough to go fucking shopping or something.
Yeah.
Don't fucking just shit on me.
You deserve $1 million.
And then I get on the documentary. I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So make it right, P. You know what I'm saying? Don't shit on me, man.
He
You shit
deserve
on
it.
me for too many years. Give me mine, what I work for. I'll give me a portion of it. You know, if you give me $30,000, it's raked under the rug. Don't just leave me hanging with nothing.
Yeah, man.
You know?
You deserve $1 million, King. You deserve $1 million.
If I just had a fucking no limit medallion to put on my wall, I'd die feeling good, knowing there's good in this world. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? It make me shake my head, man. How this world can be. You know what I'm saying? It make me just sad to look at this world and how somebody can do that. You know?
Man, that's crazy. Hey, close out, King, and it was definitely a good pleasure talking to you. I feel your spirit, and I hope everything works out, man. That's crazy.
Thank you, brother.
It's really crazy, man. Tell everybody where they can find you or what you got coming up. Your social media contacts, anything that you want to say, however long you want to say it. The floor is yours, family.
I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Everybody know me as Mr. King George from the No Limit. My Facebook is George Butler. My Instagram is True King George at Instagram.com. My email is kinggeorge651 at gmail.com. Big King George at yahoo.com. Contact me, reach out to me, talk to me, ask me questions, but I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I still got love for Pete. We just like brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's just the money that's sitting in the middle, and I believe me and Master Pete gonna shake hands one day and move ahead. And I believe in my heart that one day in the future, see Murder be shaking hands with us out here in the free world also. So all the fans, please subscribe to this man because he gave me a chance to tell you guys the truth, and y'all have a blessed day.
Hey, man, King, it was definitely a pleasure for you taking your time out to basically give your story, man. So salute to you, and I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Stay up.
Thank you. Have a blessed day, brother.
You too.
Good.
Peace. Come on, family. Now, if that's not exclusive for y'all, man, I don't know what to tell y'all. But that was really dope, man. Please make sure you share this video. Share it. All of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel his spirit. I wish that Master P, whatever it is, it's been over 20-something years. Time heals all wounds. It all depends on what kind of scar it left. But we grown, you know what I'm saying? We only die once, and this man was there. Give that man what he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Give him something. You know, just be a man about it. Y'all don't have to be cool anymore. Just recognize, compensate him for him being there from the beginning, from the dirt, from the grit. You know what I'm saying? And he's pleading. I wasn't gonna bring up that, you know, he cried on the No Limit Chronicles documentary. Every man cried. I cried the other day, just looking at the Chadwick Boseman shit. Like literally a couple of days ago. All men cry. It is what it is. Amari, stop. Relax. I got you, daddy. Alright, but at the end of the day, I think he's worth getting something from Master P. So I hope they rectify their situation. You know what I'm saying? If that was your big bro, man, everybody goes through their ups and downs, man. So hey, if y'all enjoyed it, please press 1. And before y'all leave, can y'all please press the like button? Please, thank you. I'm in Rich the Swag Lord. And if y'all would like to donate, that'll be dope too. You know what I'm saying? You know? Sometimes I feel like a nigga gotta beg y'all motherfuckers sometimes, but I don't wanna come off like that. But I do appreciate everybody for, you know, at least tuning in. But share it, subscribe, hit that like button. I mean that bell on the side. Click all for all notifications, family. You know, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna kind of chop it up, put it up and shit like that, man. I'll probably be back tonight. If not, I see y'all tomorrow, but you know, it is what it is. I definitely appreciate. I prefer it. It doesn't matter. It could be Cash App. It could be PayPal. It doesn't matter. Either one, long as not the super chat. No super chat, but the Cash App or the PayPal. That'll be great. Y'all don't understand what other interviews I got. Cause I just chopped it up with my boy Cesar. Irv Gotti know about. I want to get Irv Gotti on here, so I'm working on that. Like literally, I got the answer today. So shout out to my boy Say. So I'm working, trying to continue to give y'all some of this shit. So yeah, so I hope everything go through. It gonna happen. It just gonna see. I'm gonna end with this. And I'll be back. I told y'all, certain people want money. So it's gonna take money to get certain people on here. I'm not gonna give you the amount, but it's a nice little chunk. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off the super chat. He asked for a nice little chunk. You know what I mean? So I'm working on that too, but I definitely need Irv on my show because it's gonna be an inspiration. It's just a lot that I want to ask him too. So with that being said, man, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in again on Viral Access Media. I'll be back, and shit, I am out. Peace. Shout out to King George. Thank you for coming in and giving your side of the story. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, King. Only on All Viral Access Media. God damn it.